look, if you thought the original had too much dialogue and not enough singing, then you're gonna love this one. And if you walk around all day and you're like, man, my legs hurt, I just want to sit down for like an excruciatingly long time, you'll love this movie. It's great. It falls under the same vein as like Harry Potter and Hunger Games and The Hobbit and any movie where the studio was a little bit too greedy. Yeah, it's part one. Somehow, I don't know how they expect it to be fucking 5 hours. Fuck me, it's a tough order, to be honest. But no, in all seriousness, my first thoughts were, oh shit, this is kind of like Harry Potter. And then I'm like, oh boy, can't really, you know, we're about a century in to cinema. You know, it'd be difficult to find to make anything that isn't like anything else, and then failed to do that. This, like, I can't really fault them on that. But also, it seems like Universal's answer to Shrek. It's very much a nature versus nurture. I don't really know who would like it, if I'm honest. I'm not the biggest fan of music myself. It's hard to judge, like, oh, this one was good or shit or whatever. I didn't like it because they kept interrupting everything with a new song, and the songs wouldn't even finish. They get like halfway through or whatever, and then there'd be some more action and like dialogue and stuff. I'm just a little cautious because it's a bit windy right now, and I am walking over a bridge. But yeah, it stops and starts. I feel like if you kept going, if there was a nice flow to things, then the movie wouldn't be as long. Hopefully they wouldn't have to chop it on two parts in a little over 5 hours. So I suspect, well, I personally didn't like it. I suspect anyone who would enjoy musicals, they would probably be let down by this one. It starts after the end of the first one, so it's technically a sequel because they do it in flashbacks. And the people are asking the good bitch, they're like, oh, were you guys friends? And he's like, oh, well, yes. Oh no. Well, we knew each other from school. She wasn't enrolled, and then she did a bit of magic, and everyone was like, "Oh, fuck." Well, I'm sure we can find you a place in the school. So it's a boarding school, which is been bunked together. There's an injustice of some sort, not a green injustice. She then goes on a journey to right this wrong, as it were. Is all in colour? It's like, oh, well, that's actually a good question. Are you born with wickedness? Or is it something that's imposed upon you later in life? And it's this nature versus nurture question. They do play into that quite a lot. Glinda starts off as really good. She does good incidentally. There's one point in the movie where she kind of like shuffles someone off, like, oh, I'm not romantically interested in you, but maybe she is. And it gives him confidence to ask someone out, even though he asked her out in the first place. But she's like, oh, the lady in the wheelchair, why don't you take her to the dance instead? I'd like that. Please do that for me. And he did. So it's this weird thing of like, it's where she's being selfish, but good comes from it. And people like talk and sing and dance about how good she is, because of the things that she does, right? And so it's just that question of, was she always good? Or is it the goodness, was her actions that are good? Or is it her reputation, which she must upkeep at all times? People think that she is good, and therefore she does good. If you love musicals, you're gonna like this one. They sing all the time. If I had to guess as to why they put it into two parts, I would say because half the time they're singing. I did like the fact that it was a musical. It was a start and stop, singing, they dance, and then they just talk for a little bit, and then they sing some more. I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that it was in two parts. I didn't like the fact that that wasn't advertised to me. There is two parts. I cared about the characters, so it's better than June 1. And it was a failed musical in my eyes. Whereas Black Adam was just a typical superhero movie. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it there. I'll actually go 50, I think. Yeah, 50. I'm going to stop